In today's video, it's Bentonite Bob against the praying Christians. Watch this episode and see why it's crazy if you don't know what you're praying for. Pardet is jou beurt om te beach vandag. Waar gaan jy? Nee, dis 'n seekoei wat jy ry, kom hier. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, it's Petrus, Pardet and Frankie, 2 socks with your morning beach walk. Gonna have a pretty sunrise this morning, so stick around. It's gonna be fun. The old man's legs are weird lazy today. Don't know if it's blood pressure, sugar levels, or just not walking the distance now for a while. We've been riding tractors for most of it. But anyway, this is the Boardwalk Tidal Channel on the way to St. Lucia Estuary Beach. And this is what we're looking at today. It's so beautiful. It's wow, 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 wow. Dit is so happy again. This is in front of the tabletop just right here at the boardwalk entrance, and it's flooded. I thought I had to go down around Estuary Beach this morning, but we're here. Now we have to find a way to work around it. This is where the water level was when the water was still high. And Andrew, this is where the estuary mouth wants to be. I'll drop you a Google map quickly, or a Google Earth, to show you exactly where I'm standing. Oh, Pardet, you're so pretty. You're so pretty and beautiful. And this is at the boardwalk entrance that it filled up like this. Now this is how low lying the area is for a mouth. Now the scientists decided on opening the mouth there where they did against the ocean counter current, because under all good intentions the estuary mouth would have migrated this way, but nobody wanted to calculate in the mud. But anyway, it's done, we have to live with it. The scary part is that not the mistake that was made, that is human. We all have error, we all err in our ways. But now that we have got the opportunity, or we had the opportunity to mitigate the mud, there were still scientists that refused to sign off on the emergency plan to mitigate the mud. And that I don't understand. But are you in good spirits? Let's go to the beach, come. Here's a puddle that there won't be a crocodile hiding in. Daar's vir jou water, drink 'n bietjie. Kom. Ja, dis vars, jy kan maar daarvan drink. This is where the water level was just after the rain. There you can see the patterns. It was quite high. Four days in lockdown, Pardet. Kom. Kom ons gaan hardloop, kom. Ja, Maar my meisiekind is lekker op die strand, hè? Papa se ou vrou. Guys, I don't have a huge solar system, but let's talk solar. Everybody is talking solar at the moment. While the sun is shining, it means when it's not raining. Clouds, no problem. You generate power at roughly about 38 cents per kilowatt hour with solar. And Eskom is charging us currently, the previous rate before the price hike was R2.35 per kilowatt hour. You do the maths, which is cheaper, solar or Eskom? Yes, Eskom is more convenient. Because you pay more, it's more convenient. Spend R2.35 per kilowatt hour on solar and see how much convenience you buy for yourself. This is the plugs that got unstuck yesterday when I was having Valentine. My Valentine is just me working in my wife's presence. Running a YouTube channel is like owning a business. You have to work almost 16 hours a day to make it. In theory, it's nice if the channel is working, you've got 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, then it's like 4 hours of work a day for a nice steady income. But unfortunately, this channel hasn't got 100,000 subscribers yet. So I have to do a lot of other things to make the budget balance. And currently, the budget doesn't want to balance. There is just not enough advertisers that realize the potential of an evergreen advert out there. You pay for it once for that month, and it's calculated as long as your business is alive, that advert will bring you customers. The advertisers don't look at it that way. They want the return on investment in that month that they paid the expense. That's fine. That's why my advertising space is so cheap. It's so that you can get your ROI in that month. I am Umfolozi plug somewhere between the Umfolozi or wow. Sorry, I interrupted your video about the Umfolozi plug, but wow. Could be at the Narrows as well. I don't want the plugs at the Narrows to come unstuck. I know the farmers up north hate me, but I believe that the system should be separated between Brody's Crossing and St. Lucia Estuary. We can't have an open mouth to the ocean for the whole system, including your water table, if we're sitting with a perched estuary. So guys, you'll have to work on your side, getting your house in order so that we don't sit on the estuary 3 meters higher than mean sea tide, mean sea level, whichever you want to use, because on spring low the water will keep on draining out because you're sitting on a perched estuary. So you can't have above north of Brody's Crossing as a tidal estuary. It's just stupid. You can't have a 21 kilometer channel and call it a tidal estuary. I don't know which scientist is that dumb. It's a lake. Nature intended it to be a lake long before the First World War. And then the influence of the First and the Second World War has changed that landscape forever, and we have to adapt our way of thinking according to those lines. So either you open up north of 11 Point and you can have a tidal estuary in the lake, or you just leave it as a lake and we have the tidal estuary here at St. Lucia. It's either or. But you cannot force us to manage our system to suit your seasonal needs. If our system is open, you're gonna run dry of water. Your water table is gonna run dry on the next dry cycle. Everything is gonna drain out here. Everything is gonna drain out here, like it did in 2015 and a couple of years before that. Ooh, look at this beauty. Look how beautiful. Fuzzy mermaid. Now that one is dead as a doornail. It's already turning into biltong. And barbel biltong is not a South African delicacy, I promise you. Ooh, look at that. That looked like a baby whale. Are you smelling? Ooh. To all the prayer warriors out there, please guys, if you do believe in the power of prayer, stop praying for more rain. You are killing us. Seriously, stop praying for more rain. If you do pray for more rain, you're either mentally sick and you want to drown human beings, or you don't believe in the power of prayer. That's the two options you've got. But either way, we are going to drown. So please stop praying for more rain. Pray for wisdom, strength and health, and we will fix the problem. Because if you pray for wisdom, you will start thinking that we can fix this. Guys, by now you should know. You've been through geography and history and everything, and you've got children on school that's also going through it. So clearly you should know that estuaries is the lungs of the planet, and rainforest is the perspiration of the planet. You need both for the planet to survive, and no amount of prayer will replace your dominion that God gave you over earth. You've got dominion over earth. You can pray about it as much as you like. It's not going to change the fact that God made you responsible for this beautiful planet. You can argue with me like you like, but that's a fact. So if you believe in power of prayer, this is how I understand it to work. If you pray for Jesus to repair this, he needs a lot of water to repair this. So for 7 years he's sucking up all the water from the planet to put it into a storage so that he can come and flush the system once every 7 years. But if you pray for wisdom and you maintain the system that we are responsible for as humans, then we don't need the 7-year cycle to flush it. We can use our wisdom, because you believe in power of prayer, so we can have the wisdom to manage this. So you pray for wisdom, you receive wisdom, you manage this, and nobody has to drown. And nobody has to go through a drought cycle to accumulate the water, to put it in storage, to flood away your problems. Now, this problem was man-made before it was man-made, before it was man-made. This dam wall was built here by man in 2017. You should understand that by now. There's videos and photos available about the 100 and something dump trucks running up and down building this dam wall. Is it that difficult? I don't know much about Jesus, guys, but currently I depict this character sitting crying because he has to drown people, he has to wash away their crop, because you guys are praying that he must fix it, and he needs a lot of water to fix this. So keep on praying that Jesus fixes it, guys. He will, but he's crying because of all the suffering he's causing. We need to agitate this mud into tidal channels so that the water that we need to fix the problem is not in such an amount that people need to drown. Do we understand the concept? Already pissed off with me, and we're not in the tracker yet. Kom papa, ons gaan 'n bietjie trekker ry. Kom. And the flat dog is lying over there on the edge of that mud bank. So yeah, we have to keep our eyes open of what is happening here. Be wide awake. Bardette waited with Uncle Frankie while we went and fetched Wave Dancer's tracker. She's such a sweet girl. You're becoming an old lady now, huh? 9 years. 9 years, Daddy, 9 years. Bardette! Bardette! Kom hier! Kom hier! Kom! She's more crazy than the woman. Ek wil nie 'n video maak van die krokodil wat jy eet nie. Kom. Stres hoor. Ek het nou nie bedoel jy moet in die water en hardloop met jou stokkie nie. Ons weet nie hoeveel krokodille is hier nie. Gaan. Tabletop sand dune has become a dam, and this sand dune is catching up with the tabletop sand dune, and there's water everywhere, and people swimming in the water, and crocodiles hunting and feeding in the water. Things are crazy at the St. Lucia Estuary beach, just off the boardwalk entrance. Bentonite bob here with a bentonite rock. Very interesting. Wish I can find an archaeologist just to sit down and talk with me about rocks and the formation of different rocks. And that's a man-made rock right over there called rusted iron. This is an interesting piece of rusted iron. It's not. You see why I need a archaeologist to spend time with. There's just so much interesting things happening here. Somebody brought some child patty to the beach and it mortified into a rock or something. Huh? Look at this. Found the origin of that iron rock right here on this pole over here. It broke off and migrated all the way to the old dredger spoils over there. Standing on top of the dune here at the old car park, looking down at the dredger spoils. The park sport rangers that gave me such a hard time as a child. When we dug into the dredger spoils to remove the lead, we were doing the crocodiles a favor. Even back then I knew it. Back at the boardwalk, the tidal channel is doing its due diligence. The old timers were really intelligent. They didn't need artificial intelligence to figure all this out. They just walked here and made some notes and made some suggestions, did some peer review with other people in the same field, made up a management plan, executed it, and look, it's only dying now because there's no maintenance done here. We're gonna pray for maintenance. That is what Bible bashers and the prayer warriors say. Pray for maintenance. Nature will fix itself. If nature fixes itself, we won't survive here. That is the goddamn truth. On the when was this? The 13th or the 12th video that I made, I called the office jockeys, the scientists sitting in the air-conditioned office, referring to other scientists' papers, with which were referring to other scientists' papers. I called them out on an army terminology that I couldn't use here on YouTube. But I thought of a way to explain it to the people that didn't know what I was talking about. Hoops, om met mekaar te sit in tollies vleg. Kom fokken hier en doen julle werk. Oh, it's still pretty. Lucia 75 rand a tray. So I got excited when I found eggs yesterday in Richards Bay at 57 rand a tray. But these are pint-sized eggs. I mean, I need 3 in the place of 1. So we ran out of cooking oil, and I'm now cooking in we're making peri-peri eggs.